Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. Today, we're going to go over something that will help you. I don't want to say help. It's going to change your life. Okay. It is. I'm going to give you some concepts to help you understand why it's going to help you change your life. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to start. We'll start with our traditional candle lighting. Now it seems to kind of get me settled. Of course, there's too much wind. It went out. It's kind of hot. It's still in the 70s. I think it's 75, 76. I just checked it a few minutes ago. It's about 9:30 at night. And I got the windows open. I normally don't do that. Oh, of course, it's loud tonight. Alright. I don't know if that's picking up. I'm sure it's picking that up. Alright, we got our white sage going. No, I'm going to turn the fan off. It's a little bit too windy. Alright, so let's get this rocking and rolling. Alright, so this is something I started doing when I was young. I didn't realize what I was doing till many years later. I didn't understand what, at least consciously, what manifesting and prayer and all that stuff was. So whatever you imagine in your head is what you're going to express in the outer world. So if you feel frustration, it's like, okay, it is like magnets. It literally is like magnets. Like however you are magnetized, that's what you're going to pull to you. You pull to you, or you bring into your world what you are inside. If you have very harmonious energy, your energy, it's like a mirror effect, is reflected on other people. Other people get pulled into your energy, or a mixture of it, okay? So what you believe is very powerful. Now, there's a combination of things. So if you believe that people hate you, everywhere you go, people are going to reflect that back to you, okay? Now, I heard this said to me in many expensive NLP, hypnosis, energy healing trainings over the years, and I was like, whatever, I didn't really get it, and I didn't really believe it at the time, okay? So here's how it works. This is one of the ways it was explained to me, and at the time I just thought, what? It's kind of weird. All right. Well, the candle, it always makes me sneeze. I like the candle, but man. So here's the way it's explained, and I've actually read this in books, and I wouldn't doubt if a lot of you have heard this before. Basically what happens is unconsciously, okay, so here's how it works. So most people's conscious mind is only like 1 or 2% of consciousness, or 3% of whatever. Everything that's underneath is what's really controlling the boat and creating stuff. So we communicate to people unconsciously all the time. So what happens is people will play roles. Now it's like your unconscious mind goes, look, I've got this issue in me that needs to be healed, okay? Unfortunately, the way issues are healed, because what we do is we shove our issues down, and we don't want to deal with it. So we put on a happy smile, we're fake, or we might drink beer, or do like smoke cigarettes, or do drugs, or do something because we don't want to deal with our issues, right? Because it hurts. But once you do deal with them, they go away, and you don't have to carry that burden away anymore. And that's the whole point of healing and consciousness work, okay? So it's kind of like you have this issue that's kind of down there, and it has to be poked like by pins, like over and over by a bunch of different people from every angle, until you finally really see it. And then it reveals itself, and that's when the healing process begins, okay? So what we all do unconsciously is when we walk into a room with people, could be total strangers, people you've never met, could be at a coffee shop or a grocery store, is we unconsciously communicate to them, I've got this issue, so be mean to me, but do it in this way, because it depends on what your issues are, or what that issue in the moment is, okay? So I had an ex, that sounds so horrible, but I think I actually told you guys already. I had caught her whispering in my ear, and it turns out she was a narcissist, when I was asleep, over and over, nobody likes you, everyone hates you. Nobody likes you, everyone hates you, over and over for like days. How do I know? Because I woke up in my sleep one night, in the middle of the night, about midnight, and I was like, what is she saying? But I didn't open my eyes and I didn't move. And I was like, motherfucker. Like, that was like, it scared me and it pissed me off. And it was like, and it hurt me. So I knew this person would lie, say, oh no, I didn't do that. So for about 5 nights in a row, I just acted like I was asleep, and I heard her say it over and over, and I was like, man, this is unbelievable. Like, how long has she been doing this? Here's the thing. Before that time when I met her, everyone loved me. Everywhere I went, everyone loved me. Friends, family, it didn't matter. But from that point on, I started thinking my coaches hated me, my sparring partners hated me. Everywhere I went. And I didn't catch it until years later. And even then you think, oh, did it go away? No, because it's like it was embedded. It got stuck in there. It's basically hypnosis, okay? So it was a weird thing, because even though I'm trained in this stuff, I logically knew like this was put in me, so I have to get it out somehow. And it went on for years afterwards until I found someone who helped me to clear it, all right? And it was like everywhere, and I would even tell people hate me, no one likes me. And I would even say those words, even though I knew what she did years before that, all right? So everywhere I went, people would be mean to me. And it was unbelievable. Like, what the fuck is going on? Well, that's cleared, and all of a sudden, boom. And here's one of the things that I did, though. Now, here's the technique. Number one, I would go in the mirror in the bathroom, and I would say to myself, everyone likes you. Everyone loves you. Everyone likes you. Everyone loves you. Over and over. But I wouldn't forcefully do it, like fight against it. I would just say, Michael, everyone, and really they do. And I would say it in bed before I go to sleep at night and when I wake up in the morning. When you wake up in the morning, that's a really good time to do it, because your mind is completely open and peaceful. That's the best time to put suggestions in your mind. I'm wealthy. I'm successful. Money's on its way. Money's coming in the door. Money's coming in the mail. Money's in the mail. Money's in my bank account. Just imagine that's the best time to do it, is when you're most relaxed, okay? So the real technique that I do, that I've been doing since I was a kid, it's generally when I'm laying down and I'm really cleared my mind and I'm calm. I imagine whatever it is I want. So in this case, I imagine being in public and people would look at me and they really liked me, and they looked at me and they really liked me, and they looked at me and they really liked me, and they really liked me and they really liked me. And I didn't have to do this for too long, and all of a sudden it started happening. People started to like me again, okay? Believe it or not, but that's how powerful a belief is. It could be something you heard when you were a little kid and didn't even realize. It could be someone that said something in your sleep, okay? Like me. There's a lot of different ways things can happen like that. So if there's something in your life and it's not working for you, it could be anything. It could be your finances. Look, if you are suffering when it comes to money, use this technique. I don't like to use the word technique, but it is a technique. It is a powerful form of prayer and manifestation, okay? I think I want to leave it at that. Let me see if there's anything else. That's pretty much it for now. Let me say this. So the reason why our unconscious mind has people poke us, so if we've got this issue or belief like this is people hate me, or I'm poor, or whatever it is, people will poke you. Your unconscious mind is asking to do it. And here's why. Because it brings it up so it can heal. Because here's how it works. When you identify a pattern that keeps happening over and over and over and over, it begins to realize, oh shit, I'm just playing a role. This isn't actually real. I've been drawing this negative attention, or it could be positive attention too. But let's not get off track. When it's like it starts to realize, like, wait a minute, I'm just a part of the whole. I'm not the core person. So there's the core you, and then there's little parts out here. When those parts begin to realize, like, oh shit, this is just all in my head. This is just a pattern. This is an illusion. When it sees its own illusion, in the beginning, it will fight it. It'll be like, no, this is real. And you start to fight it is what happens. But eventually the pattern becomes so obvious that this is not even real. This is an illusion. It's something I made up in my head. It will then eventually heal itself, and then it will come back into the core you and become at one. All right? So that's the whole reason why things like this is why it works this way. Hey, this is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. Got a lot of videos coming up. Love you guys. God bless you, and I hope you guys do very well. Bye.